In this tutorial, we'll continue exploring the interactivity within fixed layout EPUBs. We will work with object states and buttons. And I'm going to move to the next page. And looks like I have lots of room left. That would be a good place for adding more illustrations. For convenience, I'm going to select the text frame and lock it by choosing option Object, Lock. Then I'm going to place several illustrations. I will go to File, Place, and I'm going to select several illustrations. You can see that my cursor loaded with 7 different illustrations, and I will start placing them one by one. I want to keep all illustrations I choose on this page to make it more interactive and more engaging, and I want to keep them all large in size. I will select them all, and first I will align them to the center, and I'm going to place them somewhere on the right side of my page. Then I will go to Window, Interactive, and I will find option Object States. I will click on the extension button and choose option New State. And you can see every single picture by clicking on different states. And I'm going to very quickly go from them, make sure that picture is located where I want it to be, and it's not overlapping with text. You can always resize picture if it's too large, and the easiest way to resize picture if you will choose Free Transform tool in your toolbar. Then hold button Shift to ensure a proportional scaling and scale the picture. Also, you can move illustrations around. And again, I'm going to rescale this picture using Transform tool. I'm going to place one more illustration. Make sure before placing new illustration that you deselect everything on your page. Then again I will go to File, Place, and I'm going to place illustration with the hand. And I'm going to position it somewhere under the text. Now I will open under Window Interactive Buttons and Forms window. I'm going to select the hand illustration I just placed, and under Actions I will choose option Go to Next State. And it's all what it takes. Now I'm ready to preview my creation. When I load the page, I only can see one illustration unless I click on hand, and then I can skip through illustrations. And that is a very simple and fun way to create engaging animation inside of your book. You can create buttons for all kinds of different effects. I will scroll to the next page, and I want to add a large size illustration I created for this chapter. So I will go back to File, Place, and I'm going to place illustration filling almost all the page. To create nice and smooth blending, again I will go to Effects, under Object, Effects, and I will choose Gradient Feather. Make sure you click on Preview, then change angle to 90 degrees. You can actually type number manually, and then you can adjust the gradient slider to get better blending. Now I'm going to again select the image, right click, and choose option Arrange Send to Back. And I'm going to reduce the frame slightly so text will be readable. And it's definitely create more engaging look for the page, except I'm losing some of my beautiful illustration. Let me show you how you can fix this problem quite creatively. I'm going to select the rectangle tool and create a new frame size of my page. And then while frame is selected, I will go to File, Place, and I will choose the same illustration I just placed. And I will click on the option Fill Frame Proportionally, or you can find this option under Object, Fitting, Fill Frame Proportionally. It's the same thing. Then I will double click on my illustration, and when I will see the hand tool, I can move and position illustration properly on my page. Now I'm going to deselect illustration, and for convenience, I'm just going to move it aside. So I will be able to select faded illustration and one adjust place. Now I'm going to select the faded illustration, and in Buttons and Forms window, I'm going to click on option Convert this illustration to button. And for convenience, instead of button 14th, which is difficult to remember, I'm actually going to rename it to Faded Tea Party. Then I'm going to select the full page illustration and click on the same option, Convert to Button, and I'm going to rename it to Tea Party. Also, I'm going to click on option Hidden Until Triggered, which is mean picture will not show unless I'm going to create a button event. In order to create this event, I'm going to select Faded Picture, and under Actions, I will choose option Show Hide Buttons and Forms. Under Visibility, I will find Tea Party button I just created. Right on the bottom, you will find sign Show. It's a little eye symbol. You will click on it. And before testing it, I need to make one more adjustment. I'm going to deselect Faded Illustration and select Full Page Illustration again, and return back to Actions, choose the same option, Show Hide Buttons and Forms, and again under Visibility I will find Tea Party button, and I will click on option Hide. I'm going to move it aside, and now I will position the full page illustration properly, filling all the page, and I'm ready previewing it. And you can see when page appears, it looks aesthetically very nice. And if I want to see full-size illustration, I will click on the faded image, and it gives me full-size illustration. And if I will click on it again, it returns back to page. That is a very simple way to add more interactivity to your ebook. Finally, I want to show you one more of my favorite button tricks. And again, I'm going to scroll to next page, and I'm going to decrease size of a text frame to have place for my illustrations. I will return back to Object, Text Frame Options, and I will restore one column text frame for this page. So you can see if I will go to next page, it remains to be the double frame. I only changing settings for this particular page. Then I'm going to place two illustrations, one with Alice and another with little table next to her. Originally it was one illustration, I just happened to divide it on two. Now I'm going to select the Alice illustration and increase the size of a frame. You can see that picture actually stays the same, I'm only increasing the size of the frame. And again, I will select the Alice illustration, and I will open Buttons and Panel, and I will click on option Convert to Button. I'm going to work with Appearance options. And normal appearance state I will keep like it is. Then I will select Rollover State, and in Rollover State I will double click on illustration so I can select the content of the frame. Or you will see the hand symbol, which means you actually selected the content of the frame. And I'm going to hold button Shift and increase the size of Alice, filling almost all the page. And I will again click to normal state and rollover state. And it's all what it takes. I'm ready to preview it now. And again, I will click on Preview EPUB. And when I load my picture, Alice remains to be small, and I will roll over her. She grows big. I will roll off, and she grows small again. That is a really fun way to add some animation to your book as well.